mental multiplication. That means when you're able to do it in your head. So you're thinking about it and you can work it out in your head without actually having to use paper and pencil. However, there are different ways that you can actually do this inside your head. A written method of this, you might do the old-fashioned or old people's way, algorithm, 20 underneath each other. 0 times 0, 0. 0 times 2, 0. And finish with that. I might just cross that one out just to remind myself. I'll finish with the ones, now onto the tens. So I'll finish with the tens. I put a 0. Sorry, that's a lie. When I finish with the ones, I'll put a 0. Now I'm onto the tens. 2 times 0, 0. 2 times 2, 4. And then the last step is you add them up. 0 plus 0, 0, 0 plus 0, it looks very, yeah. And 0 plus 4 is 4. 400. Oh, that took so long. Another way you could do it, if you know 2 times 2, 2 times 2 is 4. How many zeros are left? 1, 2. Put that on the end. So you could do that mentally in your head. Sometimes you could do this 20 times 20. If you double one side, double, then you have to halve the other side. Halve. So if I double 20, give you 40. Because I've doubled this side, I'm going to halve this side. Half of 20 is 10. Then I can multiply 40 times 10. I might not know that, but you should do. You could just cover up the zeros. 4 times 1 equals 4, and there's 2 zeros. So there are many different ways you can do this in your head. So this is, instead of writing all out, if you know your multiplication skills, the word is rote learning, which is when you just know it. You've learnt it off by heart. We don't like doing that a lot, but Mr. Blair recommends if you know your times tables, if you just know it, maths becomes a lot easier. So I suggest learn your times tables all the different ways Mr. Blair's explained and suggested. That's what you need to do. So let's get rid of this. Let's try some examples. Okay, we know this is going to be 400 because we are geniuses. 400. Yes. Next one. 16 times 4. I wonder which way you would try and work this one out in your head. Well, do I do the double in half? Let's try that. If I double, maybe I'm going to double this side. If I double this side, that would be 8. Here it is. If I double this side, that would be 8. Means I half this side would be 8. You certainly know 8 times 8, wouldn't you? You know that would be? Yes, yeah, could be. Or I could just split this up. This is the tens column. And this is the ones. I could do 4 times 1, but I'm really thinking it's 4 times 10, because it's in the tens column. So 4 times 10 is 40. Put that away in your brain for a moment. Just lock it away in the cupboard. Don't lose that key. Then you do the ones. 4 times 6. 4 times 6 is 24. Get that key out, unlock that part you put in your brain. 40 plus 24. So you think of 40 plus 20, doing the tens, be 60, 64. So in this case, this answer would be 64. Okay, I'm writing it just to show you the different ways you can do it. You should eventually be able to do this mentally in your head. Right, my work there. Next one, 17 times 8. A little bit trickier, this one. So, many different ways, but the way that I would do this one, in my head, I would actually go with the broken up. So if I break this one up, 8. We know this is in the tens column, so 8 times 10 would be 80. Put that away in your brain, 80. That's the way, locked away. Then 8 times 7 is 56. 56. 56. So basically you're going to plus that 80 and then add 50 to that. You might steal 20 from the 50, put it on here because that would make it a nice friendly number of 100. Then that would leave 36. So if you add that together, it should give you the answer of 136. Okay, that is one way you could do it. You might, a little bit trickier this way, but if you rounded 17 to a nice friendly number or a tidy number, it's really saying a number that ends in 0, which is 20. Okay. 8 times 20 would be 160. However, you're doing 8 times 17, and 17 is 3 away from 20. 3 away. And you're doing 8, lots of them. 8 times 3 is 24. So if you took 24 away from here, so 160 minus 20 would be 140. And then take 4 back off there. You might count back at once, or you might just know, take 4 away from 140, it would be 136. 1, 2, 6. So let's see if that is the answer. 136. Yes. Alright, this time, see if you can do these in your head. Which way would you do? Here we go. 18 times 9. Pause video. What would you come up with? I might do this way actually. I might just think of what's half of 18? 9. So I might do 9 times 9, because I know that's 81. But I'm going to do it 2 times. So I've broken this up. It's really sort of saying a 9 and a 9. 9 times 9 is 81. I have to do it twice. 81 plus 81, 162. Or maybe you've rounded this to a 10. 18 times 10, 180. We have to minus something. What do we minus? We have to minus one lot of 18, one lot of 80, because we're not doing 10 times 18, we're doing 9 lots of 18. So the difference between 10 and 9 is 1, so we take one lot of 18 off, minus 18, should give you 162. Alright, on a roll. Next one. Go fast. How do you do it? What's the answer? Did you get 154? Yes, let's try it. So what did Mr. Blair do? In this case, I looked at 2 different ways and I ended up going with, I know 9 times 10 is 90, and I know 9 times 6 is 54. And then I basically just stole 110 from the 50 here, put it onto here. That became 100. If I took 10 away, that would leave 44. 100 plus 44, 144. You might have come up with a different way. You want to practice these to get as fast as you possibly can. Right. Next one. Right, Mr. Blair's computer's broken. So we might pause it right there. Give those a go. Practice them in your head. See what you can come up with. How fast can you be?